Broadcasting. Double tap the home button to switch focus to the game.
Don't tell me what to do.
I think it just did. Oh,
Well,
I need
tell him
to.
I hate
I need to set up the stream so we can hear each other. Do I click the party for that?
What, to include my audio?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the party.
Wait, no, I want to include my audio in yours.
Isn't still the isn't it still the party?
It says party is being broadcasted. I'm gonna check on Twitch just in case.
I would say I did the include my audio thing just to be safe.
Yeah, but normally it asks me to do that too because it says Brainspawn's broadcasting. Your audio is not included, and I want to give my permission to include my audio on yours. But I don't see that anywhere. Say something, Brainspawn. I need to check that you exist. Hola? That's it? Okay, that's racist.
It's the word of my people.
Alright, I guess you're coming through. I don't know if my audio is going to be on yours, though, dude.
Did you check your thing or no?
I don't have a place to check it. I don't see anything that says include my audio. Because normally it's a checkbox.
Yeah, under multiplayer, click where it says multiplayer, click party of 2 people, and then there's that check mark of include my audio.
I don't have it. I have invite to party game, invite to party co-stream, my name, your name, party overlay. I guess I must be.
Hold on, let me open up my laptop.
Oh wait, no, I have my phone open. I can just check your thing out.
The whatever
brain spawn. This music is so
very loud.
Epic.
Oh, that works too, I guess.
Oh, you're not live. That's why, dude. Do you have
to broadcast again?
Do you have the bar at the bottom that says your minutes and everything? Because you're not live.
It was there, but then
that happens to me a lot on the Xbox One. It will start the stream, and then it'll stream for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it cuts the stream, and you have to reapply it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Okay, now I could switch it. There we go. That's why there was no box. That was not my fault, stream. That was 100% on the brain spawn. I blame him for this and retroactively all of my past failures.
Alright, I'm closing my laptop now.
Like that time I tried to win a land war with China.
How'd it go?
Let's just say not well.
Not only that, this is the first time like talking, I guess, since we saw Star Wars. We can discuss that.
Yes, we can.
Because I've had a lock.
I'm gonna play as Buck, obviously.
I've had time to sleep on my reaction, essentially.
I've had time to Google dirty pictures of porgs.
The fact that exists, I think, disturbs me.
I mean, I haven't actually looked, but 100% I can guarantee it exists without looking it up myself.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, the internet is a beautiful yet terrible place.
Well, well, this cutscene plays. I'm gonna grab my phone charger. Oh, can I grab you? Yeah, I can grab you a bread. Lady Bluebird is here. Actually, my charger's upstairs.
What's your point?
Darn it! Oh well. No, I'm up getting you a bread.
So why didn't you?
I guess your phone's gonna die now.
For that, probably. So she is playing on her new Nintendo 2DS, which I got Lady for Christmas.
Yay.
Lock.
And I wanted to get myself one, but I couldn't really afford a new one, so I actually bought a used 3DS for myself for super cheap at GameStop the other night.
First mission that doesn't exist.
And for Christmas, I got her a copy of the new Pokemon Ultra Moon. So she's been playing
Oh,
that.
sweet.
Yeah, the new Pokemon is flipping awesome. We haven't played much. We played only for like an hour or so.
I had to go to Minnesota earlier in the week, and I was like, you know what? On the drive, I'm like, I need a DS or the Switch. Like, this would make the trip a lot bearable.
Honestly, I would love the Switch for Odyssey, but that would mean, I guess, one, I wouldn't have Pokemon.
Like the console
and two,
game.
yeah, Lady and
Yeah.
I would each need a copy of each, so that's $300 each for a Switch, so that would be $600. 2 copies of the game would be another $120, so that'd be like $740, $720
Yeah.
for both of us. All for us to each, like that would be like buying 2 Xbox Ones to play in bed next
Yeah,
to each
pretty
other.
much.
And plus, I got myself a used 3DS too, so it was way incredibly $100, dude.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I got her the 2DS that looks like a Pokeball.
Oh, that's awesome.
I guess on the cover of it, there's a little button that you can click in, so you can get like tactile feedback. Ooh, I haven't played this in a while already.
I mean, neither. I've been.
Oh no!
I saw on YouTube someone like made like a gigantic movie of like all of the Arkham games. And I'm like, I want to play Arkham now, so I think I may just play Arkham.
We need the swords of St. Helios, and that means we need Arbiter.
You should.
I'm impressed.
I mean, if you stream it, you gotta let me know when and I could watch.
War has traditionally been a male's
Yeah, I
sport,
think
St. Helios.
maybe once we get through this, pretty much, like, and you lose, like once you lose this, probably.
I mean, I'm currently debating on whether or not I want to pay $10 a month to keep. Oh my God!
Nice of him to send a welcome wagon.
Watch out for the jackal snipers.
Oh, you're down. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, spoilers, massive Star Wars spoilers. Oh man, I should probably have renamed the stream that.
Too late. Leave it in the description.
That's what I mean. I can't change it.
Oh, can't you change it when you export it to YouTube or no?
No, I can there. I just mean like right now, if someone were to come in, we'd just be talking about it.
Oh,
Let me hit the guide button and see if I could change the name midstream. Probably not.
I think it would. No, I think it would end the stream. Oh god, I just got like sniped kind of thing.
That's the thing. I don't think I can go on the phone and do it. Hold on. I think I just killed the stream by accident anyway. No, there it is. I don't know the controls on this.
We're almost clear. Keep moving. Arbiter, lead on me.
Ah,
My armor's jammed up.
they'll help me.
Up you go, Luck. Down.
I'm up. Thanks.
I mean, this is all the access we have over it on here. That's like me watching live right now. In all caps, massive Star Wars spoilers. I was about to be like, hey, we're still a legendary, right? But I really should not taunt the game like that because eventually we're just going to get shot in the face.
Yeah, we are, cause like the jackals are kicking my ass.
Watch the turret.
Could try to flank it.
I didn't let you. Oh no! Alright, just talk about Star Wars anyway. Where were you able to change that?
Oh, you go back and you have to do the dashboard.
Oh. Oh. Successfully updated title. It should be fixed. Yep. Okay. Now I don't feel bad about spoiling stuff because it's
All clear.
we have a thing. It's updated. Although I still feel bad because one of my friends did get spoiled brain
Oh,
because
really?
because of the Reddit. Like it was on a weightlifting video, like a GIF of a weightlifting video. Someone posted spoilers in the comments just to troll people.
That sucks.
Casualties here. They're wearing swords of Sanghelios armor.
You bitch.
That video is really funny. For those unfamiliar, there's a video around the time when Half-Blood Prince was coming out. The spoilers leaked online before the book came out,
Arbiter's an ally.
or somebody
Oh, is
got
it?
it a little early.
Brothers, as far as I'm concerned.
And yeah, it was for the book. And some people were walking outside like a Barnes and Noble or like
Oh,
Borders,
God.
one of the
Stick to cover
bookstores.
till we get him in range.
Oh wait, I was trying to grab this sword, and instead I just scanned something. Anyway, they're waiting for the midnight release for the book, and some dude drives by in his mom's minivan, and this is before smartphones. They were recording with like a dumbass camera, like just a shitty video camera, and they just are yelling Snape kills Dumbledore to everybody, and this last person they finally just like say it really quietly. They're like, hey, Snape kills
We
Dumbledore,
got one up.
like really casual like.
No worries, Locke. I got you.
And the girl freaks out, and rightfully so. She's like, no, you bitch. You bitch.
Systems are locked. Relax.
No, Nicole, I suggest you leave unless you want to hear us talk about massive Star Wars spoilers, because that's what Brayden and I are going to be talking about. Because he and I have not yet had a chance to discuss it. So before we start talking about it, I'll give you like a minute for this to catch up, the audio to catch up to the stream.
Oh, God, Jesus.
They dead?
Up and at him, Locke.
I don't know where he's now. Oh, I see him.
Well, he took his shot at me, so you could
I lost him.
So yeah, you should leave if you don't want to hear the spoilers, because we're gonna be talking about the stuff we missed out on. Stop getting in caps.
I can't. He keeps
How are
sniping
you a
me.
Spartan? Son of a bitch! Fly.
Where are the other two?
Dead, probably. You did this to me. Alright, so we were talking
I
about
feel
Star
like-
Wars
yeah.
before we were
Yeah.
so rudely interrupted by getting shot in the face with lasers.
Yeah.
Wait, how far back are we?
Um,
Oh no, I thought we
not too
had to
far.
do that room again.
So
So-
Arbiter's an ally. You dead here
I-
are our brothers, as far as I'm concerned.
Force Awakens was a great return to form, and I don't mind it. I really didn't mind it being like a bigger, better New Hope.
Stick to cover
Because
till we
that-
get him in
oh,
range.
no, me neither.
Because that
It was just-
personally reminds me of like the difference between Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. It's kind of the same film on a bigger scale.
Yeah, and like I didn't have a problem with the Force Awakens. Like, you know, fucking Christ.
No,
That
I didn't either.
It's like kind of like your same thing. It's essentially, yes, it's essentially New Hope, but like you're right. It's T2 essentially. It's like on a grander scale, and I don't mind comparing it to it like at all. It's like, yeah, it's a New Hope, but like better, I guess. You know, like. So just like I didn't have a problem with it. So like.
I enjoy A New Hope,
Like,
but going back and
something-
watching it, it drags on at the beginning. Like, I mean, I still love it. It's Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah.
It's what brought us
Oh.
the world.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Um,
It is. It's like to me, it's like watching paint dry.
But
Like like you're right in the very beginning.
But comparably, like Empire jumps right into it with Hoth
Yes,
because it's
and then
established.
and that's the and I think that's the kind of interesting thing
Oh.
that like
I'm down!
here like again this is meant to defy expectations, but at the same token it's like I would have been okay if you just made it like in like a
Son
vibe
of a bitch.
of Empire, you know?
Steady and ready.
I feel like that's what they're trying to do, like with the whole theme of failure and
Failure.
losing. Because Luke also does not complete his training on Dagobah, and he leaves to go save his friends. And Yoda tells him not to do that. By the way, did we discuss this in the new one? The lovely
No.
puppet Yoda?
No, and you know what? It was interesting, but at the same token, I'm so used to, by the time you get to episode 3, like, digital Yoda looks awesome, and he holds up very well still. So it's like, I was kind of like, I guess this is a nice nostalgic throwback, but
Okay.
I'm
well, I think they were trying to make it look like he did when he died.
maybe I could see that.
I think it was 100% supposed to be that, so he wouldn't look like quote unquote young.
That's a good point. But I also did love how, like, insane Yoda was again. I missed that.
Did you say? Oh, there's dudes literally right here, dude.
I know, but we're still getting sniped, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I was just trying to find out if you got rid of the snipers. Actually, I only have a pistol.
Nope.
One's left.
I don't know where
I
he
see him.
is.
I see him, but I can't get him.
I'm down.
You're back in it, Buck.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
I'm never gonna hit that jackal.
No.
He's in front of that little hut, the
I-
little stone hut. I don't have
I think
a
our
carbine
best
either.
Ready. Thanks.
I'm going.
No, I think
I'm
our
leaving.
best bet is just take. Yep.
Hit hard.
I
I'm
grabbed
down.
a rifle sniper. I did not have time to react.
That'll be fine, Buck.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
Got him. Got the one I was able to see anyway.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, the grunt birthday party skull is very satisfying.
Somebody help that.
I don't know. Do you want to just like go through the movie beat by beat so it's a massive spoiler?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what do we open on? Slow
on-
Star Wars crawl. Oh, we open on Poe
Enemy firing from the water.
harassing Hux.
Oh, yeah,
over the
the-
comm.
That's kind of funny.
That was funny, and I was okay with that because that really happened in World War II. Someone was screwing with the German commando like that.
You know what it reminded me of? It was it reminded me of Han in
Han?
episode 4 when he's trying to. Yes. He's like, this is a boring conversation, and like to me that just
What do you-
reminded me of that.
When he's just like, no, we're all fine here, and he just like hangs up on him with his blaster.
Yeah, that's what I thought of immediately.
That's how I like to hang up my phone too, by shooting it. Boring conversation anyway. That. Oh. Let's do beat by beat, but there are some, as I'm talking, I keep coming up with other bits. Some of the dialogue did seem out of place. It wasn't the quips, it was the actual dialogue. Because in the original trilogy, I think they say the word hell twice. I think they say get the hell out of here or something. Or
Oh yeah, Han says it like, let's get. I think so. Like,
they
let's get
use the
hell
word
outta here,
hell
and-
like twice in the OT.
And damn.
And yeah, they use the word damn at least once. In this one, they say bastard, which I guess is also okay. They use that like in Game of Thrones, kind of. Like it could just mean a different thing. The weird part to me
I don't
was
think I'm paying attention.
they called someone a bastard, I believe. I'm pretty sure they did. No, the weird part was they used the word ass. Did you know? Did you catch
When was
that?
this?
At the end, when they were held up on Crate in the on the salt planet,
Yeah.
Poe goes, "That's a big ass door."
That like slipped right past me. I didn't even like notice
Because
it.
we're so used to it in our vernacular, like it would make sense if they didn't use it as a hyphenate, like big
At all.
ass. Like if they had just said, "Oh God, there's an elite standing right here. How is he ignoring us the whole time?"
Where?
We were standing right. He was in the cave where we were standing sniping.
The
He was
arbiter's
right to
in
my
trouble.
left.
We should keep moving.
Really?
But if they had just called somebody an ass, like if they were like, "Don't be an ass," then that could make sense contextually. But it's really weird and very modern to me for Poe to go like, "That's a big ass door." I don't know.
Yeah.
Like most of the quips I didn't have an issue with, but for that, to me, that definitely stood out, dialogue-wise.
I don't remember how the movie opened. Oh yeah, that like Hux and Poe.
Hux and Poe doing the call.
You know what I liked about that? You know what I did like? Oh, speaking of like how the movie opened, you know what I really like about this? That there was a repercussion to Starkiller Base, because it just seemed like when you, like to me, I mean I didn't get a chance to rewatch The Force Awakens before The Last Jedi,
Yeah,
but
Lady and I watched it.
it
very
seemed like
recently.
it seems like to me from my memory like Starkiller Base like what did they do, like kill 4 planets? To me it seemed like an Alderaan kind of test, like oh like that sucks, but you know, or whatever. But here they're basically saying like they just completely destroyed the Republic, like or the New Republic or whatever
they pretty much got rid of most of their allies.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. So like, and that's the other thing I loved about this movie. Or
Like,
at least
that was a
the
win for the
stakes.
New Order, and it was definitely like different than usual. Yeah, there was.
Well, it seemed like the Resistance are now the rebels again. More so compared to the original trilogy, they felt like their backs were against the wall. Like there was only 40 of them left. Like that's it. Like that was actually a pretty cool. Like
That's really good because that's like the spark that ignites the fire. Blah, blah, blah.
So like I did like that there was a repercussion to Starkiller Base. So like, I mean, either I didn't read into it like in The Force Awakens or something, but ouch.
Taking the rap on the right. Split up, Osiris.
Hey, get that Spartan
But then
out!
what I also did like was, you know, Poe like, oh, we can take out the Star Destroyer or whatever.
And directly
And,
disobeying
you know,
orders and getting demoted for it.
But you know, like the thing, you know what it reminded me of the most was Game of Thrones with Robb Stark. Like you could tell on Leia's face, like we need our ships more than the New Order needs theirs. You know, like you gave us a moral victory, but we don't need a moral victory. We need like a strategic victory.
Yeah, we need numbers. We need bodies because we don't
I need
have.
some support!
We can't stand up to that.
I'm down!
I get that. That was
You're back in it, Buck.
I'm in rubber! Okay, I'm back.
Oh God!
literally as soon as I get up. Herc, blah. I did enjoy the bombing sequence. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was really cool and really nicely done.
I was like, can I place her? I can't tell who that is exactly. Laura Dern was hot with purple hair.
Agreed. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I've had a crush on her
I
since
do-
Jurassic Park, so
Jurassic Park.
considering she's probably like 56 now,
Yeah.
roughly.
She looked good though.
Considering she was probably like 30, 25 years ago when it came out. 23 years ago? Wait. I don't want to think about how old I am. I take that back. You're welcome.
Follow your masters into death.
Then oh, I did like I can't think of what happens next after that bombing sequence and everything. Does it just cut to Luke and Rey at that point?
Yeah. And then he throws the lightsaber off.
That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Some people were so mad that that got a laugh. And I'm like, yeah, I think it is supposed to be silly, but I think it's also him going, I don't even care. There's no, I'm 100% so done with this. There's no grace to it. Just gone. Also, everyone was making fun of, a lot of people, not everyone, it's like, again, it's half and half. So let's just say 50% of people were complaining about all the stuff Luke was doing on there, like hunting the fish, drinking the milk, etc. I'm like, that's literally exactly just what Yoda was doing on Dagobah. I think that's what he was pretty much doing, is it not? Being a crazy old hermit. I mean, that's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and like he said himself, he's there to die. Like he cut himself off from the Force too. Like he's not using it.
But I mean, they were like,
which
like
I
the
get-
people are like, oh my god, that was like so stupid, and why was it funny and weird? Like, because he was drinking the milk and he was doing the fish, and I was like, because he's being a crazy old hermit. Yoda started beating up R2 to steal his flashlight when they first met.
Pretty much, which is
He was-
hilarious.
he was playing that role to her.
Somebody stop that turret.
Oh, I should not have left. Oh, I shouldn't have left the base. I'm dead.
Armor's jammed. I'm dead.
But yeah, it cuts to them and her following him around. The force projection thing with Kylo was really cool, and I didn't even understand it at first. I thought it was just like, not hallucinations, but I didn't realize that he could tangibly pretty much manifest himself there. And I didn't realize that he was actually that able to do that until Luke came in and physically saw Kylo there and realized what she was doing.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
But like Luke's journey makes sense. Like he would not want to come back essentially because and that's what I thought was pretty interesting. That like I guess people were upset of his motives for trying to kill Kylo in his training or whatever. But it's like
He didn't even try to. He's human. He had a fleeting thought of it and then decided not to.
exactly. But from Kylo's perspective, he's like, oh, like you're trying to kill me. This is like this is how it's gonna be.
So would you say, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil?
Pretty much. Like I imagine that's how Kylo sees it.
Just like Anakin at the end of Episode 3.
And then but yeah, like Luke decided not to. So like I mean like and
He
whatever. And, like,
realized it was a mistake. He found redemption in his father and realized he could, and he had this fleeting thought when he saw the Vader in him, and he was probably going to try to make sure that he didn't become
Course
Vader
correct
after
it.
that. He probably accidentally created his own
Triggered it.
prophecy, like Anakin did to Padme.
yeah. And then like I do like how what the bloody that like his exile is more along the lines of that Kylo destroyed his Jedi temple, but also he can't face like he's too ashamed of what he did to like face Han and Leia again. Like he's like you trusted me with your kid, and
Yeah, he
like,
probably is, because it was his nephew too. It was his family.
yeah. And so, like, yeah, I think that's really an interesting part to his exile. But then, it was interesting the different. I mean, I was expecting it in this movie that, like, before seeing it, like, whatever Luke's exile was about, I was like, maybe they're gonna like go along the Grey Jedi route. Like, Luke was like going to.
Gray
Whatever,
Jedi,
but-
kind of like
Exit up here.
Mace, maybe.
That is the path you see.
Like
Yeah,
where he
like
kind
in that-
of
in
he's more balanced.
Yeah, they're like, like Luke, like for example, Luke would be he's predominantly light, but he will use the dark side to, like how he beat Vader.
Or like how he choked those guards at the beginning of Jedi.
Exactly, like
He did force choke, which is primarily a dark side.
it's dark
skill,
side. Yeah,
right?
and so I thought that was gonna be the point of his exile, but not to say like they've abandoned that storyline. It could be up to Rey now. Like it'll because Luke is like he's still part of, in a way, the old order,
Yeah.
essentially, and he tried to revive the Jedi to how they were before, more or less, and so he's still kind of like, the best mentality or example I can think of is like how like, like why don't like Jor-El or Lara like go with Superman to Earth? Like no, they're a product of Krypton. Like
Yeah, just
they're
send
like
him.
they're
Okay,
Yeah,
before
we'd
you were
use, like,
making your
know,
point, you said Jor-El, and I'm like, is that a Jedi I haven't heard of? Because that sounds like a Jedi
No.
name. And I was like, is there really
They were
the
already
same
ancient
character in
history
two types of
before
media?
humanity built the pyramids.
And so like I feel like he's using Rey as a blank slate. Like you will have no baggage essentially that like I have, or the Jedi have essentially. That going forward you can be like maybe like, and I do get the feeling that like, and I did what I did like that Luke did like throw a callback to the prequel trilogy by saying like when the Jedi have lost they've lost more times than they've won, and like how he's saying like Darth Sidious destroyed them all. I'm like, that's a pretty cool like callback to the prequels.
Yeah, that's cool that he called him Darth Sidious instead of
And,
just the Emperor.
Exactly,
Hello,
and
Osiris.
I mean, honestly,
Again,
of course, there's stuff I do want to explain in this, but it's not all going to be just like the original trilogy. Like, we didn't get an explanation of Boba Fett. We didn't get an explanation of the Emperor. And everybody's so used to everything being handed that they'll complain about this, but they'll be like, well, why didn't we get this? But then if something else had been traded out, it would have been like, well, why didn't we get that instead? So we're going to learn it in comics or books, or we have to learn it in like a more organic way, which sucks. But I like Star Wars books, so I'll be fine with that.
it's kind of how I felt with the DC movies, more or less. That like everyone is used to being handed stuff, like Marvel hands out stuff
All quiet
typically,
here. Let's get
where
back.
like DC was doing like a more like thematic approach of like, we're not gonna explain everything right now, like you will have to wait, and everyone's like, no, fuck that, I want it now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely fine with that to some extent. You lose stuff between directors. That was a big problem with the Harry Potter movies also, is that they had so many
definitely,
directors throughout. If I understand, one
That's
director would have made the whole thing more cohesive, all 8 movies, but that is way too much time in one person's life to dedicate to one film series, so I understand why they couldn't do that and no one was willing.
Definitely. But
But
like, you know what I say about the Harry?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
no, the way that the Harry Potter movies worked, and the big problem with them was it wasn't, oh no, this part got left out, or this part, like, we didn't need, like, the Dead Day Party from Book 2. Something, like, corny
No,
like
we
that,
didn't.
even though people wanted to see it. It's not, it doesn't progress anything. So what happened was things got put in or things got left out of previous or future movies because the director didn't have one overall vision. The next director's like, oh, that's not important, I'll change this instead. Like,
what I
movie
say-
6, The Attack on the Burrow. They just needed an
That's
action
so-
beat.
I hate that.
I hate that too. It doesn't make sense. So now they know where the burrow is. Why don't they just come back and fucking set it on fire every night now? That's what I would do.
Like, that's why I say I want them to, because I give Harry Potter, like, it's kind of like the
Give
like,
it 20 years. We don't
in
need it right
recent
now.
memory.
Some people are like, I
Oh,
want
no,
it right
exactly.
now. I'm like, really?
No, but I'm just saying like
The
Harry
Arbiter
Potter
Galaxy
was.
our best shot at the
It
Guardians,
had the
and
burden
Venom
of
was
being
ally of
like
the
a big
elites.
major franchise in the modern era. So like again, you don't have like, we're so used to franchises now. Like we have Marvel, we had
Maybe they
DC,
won't
we have
notice us.
this new Star Wars. Like everyone knows
It-
pretty much how to run a
yeah,
franchise now.
It was one of the first big ones like that without something getting screwed up.
Exactly, and the fact that like you didn't have,
Covenant.
I mean, at least to my knowledge, like you didn't have like a Kevin Feige at Marvel, like who is the architect of like, no, this is what's going to happen, blah blah blah. Like you will like
Yeah, even if it
Harry
wasn't
Potter
someone
didn't have that.
directing all the Harry Potter movies, yeah, you're right. It would have been great if they had at least somebody who was kind of the outliner.
And yeah, and kind of what you're saying, like it lost, there's stuff lost because every director, it's new and they, or whatever, and they change stuff, which is fine. Like like a perfect example, like one of like even though I love the Half-Blood Prince as a book, it's one of my favorite books. The movie is not very good. It's not a good adaptation. But one
I
of the things
understand.
I love
Not
that
only
they
is it not a
add-
good adaptation, but a lot of that is a lot of internal stuff with Harry being conflicted. That would have been hard to shoot.
And one of my favorite things they added to the film is when he has to get Slughorn, like when he finally convinces Slughorn to give him the memory. And I love Slughorn's story of like Lily and like that fish in a bowl or something. Like I
Yeah.
love that. That's not in the book. And like I mean like that's so nice. That's like it's one of the things where like the media of film can add something more to a book or something, or vice versa.
Completely agreed.
Um,
Because you don't need to always spoon feed things to people. I get why DC does not necessarily have to do that. Marvel does. I don't think things need to be spoon fed, but when it's mainstream like that, you kind of have to. Because people are dumb, dude. people
Oh,
are
yeah.
really dumb when they watch
They
stuff. I hang out on the Game of Thrones subreddit a lot and Song of Ice and Fire, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, why that? Like, I can't believe that they said this really, really dumb line. Why would they ever say that line, like, and make it that obvious?" And then you realize how dumb people are when people think that Daenerys' name is Khaleesi. So that's why you have to
Yeah.
spoon feed stuff to mainstream audiences, because they can be watching a show for 7 years and not learn a character's name. Like, and they're not even just calling her the Khaleesi; they literally think that's her name. That's just an example. There's a lot of examples in Game of Thrones
Spartans, I'm coming to you
where people
now.
don't realize who's who and stuff like that.
Clear the shipmaster a landing zone.
Oof. Fuck,
Anyway, back
man.
to Star Wars.
Back to Star Wars. Altis be dead
I
over
just-
here.
Sorry.
You're not gonna get to me.
I know. I just
I need some support.
like Luke being more conflicted. But again, everyone's saying like, oh, he's so different. Like, this is what, like, even in
This
context
is
of
him being
story,
in exile for almost 30 years.
exactly, it's a completely different Luke than what we saw in Jedi. And I think, like, in a way, Luke was hopeful in the original trilogy. He was the symbol of hope. He has no hope now. Like, he's absent of it.
Okay, not that the old books are canon now, but the Empire never
But
ended.
that-
It just turned into the First Order. So he had that big major victory, saved his dad, killed the Emperor, saw the Death Star dead, but he probably still flew a lot of more missions and probably saw a lot of war.
Oh, yeah.
still. And he
Oh, yeah,
realized, he's probably jaded because he realized, oh my god, that kind of didn't end anything.
The one thing, like, I mean, like, again, like, because Disney threw out that old canon and everything, the thing that, like, the thing that kind of annoys me, like, what they did with The Last Jedi, is we didn't get to see Luke kind of be a badass, like how we saw, like, in the old canon, essentially. And, like, to me, I guess maybe that's just my expectation, but it's just like,
Well,
like, really,
I would love to see that. You're right, but the problem is, how would they get
In the
him to
context
do
of
that
story.
here? Yeah, story wise,
yeah.
and like, if do they get him off the planet, then do they send him back to the planet? You're like, and if they do, he jokingly said like, "Hey, do I just take on the whole Empire by myself and we win the war?" Which he kind of did. He took on the whole Empire by himself just for that with the thing.
And so like yeah, agreed. Like,
But like, if he just starts tearing stuff up with the Force, everyone's gonna be like, "Well, why didn't you just do that all the time?"
yeah, I mean, like, and like, again, that's just like, I guess that's
That's
because
just the
of the
fanboy in me.
expectation.
Like, I think it'd be badass to see.
Yes, exactly, and like because I mean, granted, I didn't read anything in the old canon. I just know of what I read off like online essentially, and so it's just like, oh, like, yeah, that'd be really cool to see Luke be like this, like, really good, cool badass that we heard from the old canon. That would have been really cool. But like, yeah, in the context of the story that they're telling, yeah, he can't do that. Or like what? Like, his X-wing was buried in the water. That it's probably destroyed. You know, like, that
Okay,
thing is not leaving the planet.
To be fair, it also crashed in the swamps of Dagobah, and they raised it. I thought that's why they put it in the water like that, to show him raise it again. Or no, I thought he was gonna make Rey raise it.
Ah,
I thought that's why they put it in there, to parallel that. I think it was. I don't know if it was intentionally a fake out or what.
but but then and that's so, and not only that, but not even be a badass, but like, okay, and that's the thing, like, in terms of, in context of story, I'm surprised you know, okay, yeah, we're talking about spoilers, but like, Luke dies,
Got it, Maki.
Yeah.
and
Clear the shipmaster
I'm
landing
surprised you did that in this film instead of Leia. That is like, that I think irks me more.
They probably had it mostly finished and edited from a story point of view before Carrie Fisher passed away.
And it's just like
I just saw Vale
To me,
spawn
it's
into
like-
existence behind you, by the way.
that. It's
Like,
just
she
like,
did-
how you gonna like how you gonna write, like, what are you gonna do with Carrie Fisher for an episode 9? Like, that's my thing. Is like you know,
I understand.
you-
I think that they were gonna kill Han, kill Luke in this one, and then kill Leia in the next one, and then Carrie Fisher passed away.
and then it's just like, But and I guess so like yeah, I guess that kind of irks me because I figured they would have changed it. I mean, like I agree with you when we talked about
Honestly,
our theories
honestly, since
prior
she-
to the movie.
Also, since she did die in real life, I think that's why they didn't change it, because it probably would have been upsetting and disrespectful to your family really quick to be like, oh, by the way, she dies right now. So I think in the next movie they'll
I
either
guess,
kill her
yeah.
off screen or they'll send her into exile for protection since she's the last leader of the resistance. And that's how they'll explain it. They'll be like, oh, we have her hidden away on a planet. Like in honor of
And,
Carrie Fisher.
And but then like I guess if, and the other thing that kind of irks me about Luke's dying is him using that force projection nonsense in a way. I'm like, if you're gonna like have him die, I'd rather him face Kylo in person instead of this illusion kind of thing going on. But like, again, like how would he get off the planet? That again, like in the narrative sense, like
Well,
yeah. But
I mean, 100% it would have made sense and been fine if he had pulled the X-Wing out, because they would have been like, oh, cool, just like he did on Dagobah. Son of a bitch. I hear cat. This cat is all over me. I literally died because I moved my hand to push away the cat for like 1 second. He's been waiting for me to sit down so he could come lay on me. Arrgh. Did we lose that again? I blame you for this, Elmer.
no, I'm.
Okay. So I think
But,
they would have just had him go there. But also, I'm glad they didn't, because Kylo shouldn't beat him in a one-on-one.
Like, no, agreed.
But it also makes sense because it's not like he's just doing this a planet over. He's doing it for a long period of time across the entire galaxy, and has to make it believable.
And I guess that's the other thing too. Like, even if like again, I don't think Kylo would beat him in a one-on-one, but I still wanted like again,
you-
I guess it's the fanboy in me that it's just like I want to see Luke with a lightsaber take on Kylo Ren and just fucking destroy, like just best him and be like, you know, I'm the Grand Master, bitch. You know, like I wanted to see that.
I mean, honestly,
And so I
maybe
think-
because of his age, in a 1v1, maybe he wouldn't have trounced Kylo so easily because he's been out of touch with the Force for so long.
True.
But, okay, not just that. It was regarding the projection thing. What was I going to say regarding it? I don't remember.
He was doing it across the galaxy essentially.
Not just that. There was something else about it. Did we kill everything? Oh, there's a
No,
still
these hunters are. Oh, nice.
All clear.
I am approaching your position. Hold your fire.
Check your fire. Friendly incoming.
Oh.
But again, like,
Commander Palmer thought you would find
but again,
this
like,
useful.
who's
do
like,
the way
again,
she
we
thinks.
saw Yoda come back as a Force
Permanent
Ghost. Like,
reinforcements move under
again, like,
House
you really think they're not gonna bring Mark Hamill back as a
No,
Force
that's
Ghost in the next
100%
movie?
why they're going to.
Path to the orbiter. Just be ready for extraction.
I shall await.
Like he was
So
pulling
it's like,
he was purposely pulling an Obi-Wan there.
Ready to move.
Like, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
And you know what? I did love his line when he's just like, when Kylo's like, the resistance is over, or like your rebellion's over. It's like, no, the rebellion gets renewed. Like, and I am not the last. I'm like, you know, like he has such a great monologue right there. It's such a really
okay, I remember
well.
what I wanted to say. Here's also why I killed him. Did you catch the line earlier? Because you know how Rey and Kylo were being force projected to each other? Do you remember what Kylo said to her?
Yeah. I don't remember now.
She's being they're force projecting to each other, and Kylo's like, "How is this happening? You can't be doing this. It would kill you." Implying that it's very mentally stressful.
Oh no, I don't remember that line.
Yeah, that's what Kylo says to her. He's like, "You can't be doing this. This would kill you." So not only can Luke do it, but he can do it across the galaxy for like 20 minutes. After not using the Force in years, probably. He probably doesn't even use it to like pick up his laundry.
Cleared him.
He's so disconnected from
Probably.
it. By the way, I feel so bad for those little nun creatures.
I know. I thought that was pretty funny with like they didn't like Rey essentially. I thought that was really funny.
Spartans, the Elder Council chambers are on the far side of that.
Ooh, no, I just killed that elite who dove in front of my missile.
Me too.
Let's get the
I mean, not only that, but like regardless, Mark Hamill did a great performance. Like he was awesome.
He is one of the villains in the show The Last Avatar, or Avatar: The Last Airbender, which Lady has been making me watch. How we finished.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, I recognize that voice, and I looked it up, and it was Mark
recognize that
Hamill.
voice from anywhere.
Wait, we're supposed to keep the Mantises alive for an achievement, right?
Yep. Yeah, I still agree with you. The Finn and Rose, like, that was really weak.
Agreed, only because all of a sudden it's like she's in love with him, and I'm like, did I miss something? Benicio del Toro was great as the hacker. I thought he was really
I thought
cool.
he was great.
Unexpected.
I wanted more of him though. Like I was like, oh, like you're leaving, you're done here. Like I want more.
Because he was like this weird mix between Han and Lando. Because it's like, oh, cool, he's a devilish rogue, but he's like not a good guy.
Like yeah, like he's the opposite of like Lando or Han essentially. Like he doesn't have a heart of gold. And then what was the other thing I was gonna say?
Oh
yeah, that part was just weak.
Yeah, it was an unnecessary B-flap.
And like
I guess they had to get
girlfriend and I were
them.
talking about this.
They had to get them off the ship and get them to meet up with Rey there.
Yeah, like going back to the Force Awakens, I wanted more like interactions with like you know, I missed Finn and Poe so much. I'm like, oh man, I want to see more of their bromance.
Yeah, after they were broing out in that one, and escaped together, I honestly thought there was going to be way more of them hanging out.
But then, you know, we said at the end of the film, like, when Poe and Rey meet, we're like, you know what? I don't think they met before. Like,
and
you
then
know,
they
in
immediately
person.
say it, which is why it's funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? But like, I guess how the actors like played it, I'm like, it looks like there's something going on. Like
That's kind of
I
like
mean,
how
I
in
could be reading-
the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, Legolas only says, "And my bow to Frodo." In the entire
and
trilogy.
it's just like, pretty much, yeah.
And you don't
it's
even
like-
think about it. They never talk. It's weird.
No. And I'm like, you know what? Like in a weird, like in a way, I like that because I'm like, since Rey is kind of like a Leia / Luke, and you know, Poe is kind of like Han. So I'm like, oh, like that'd be kind of cool. Like I could see like them pulling a spin on it or whatever. But
Wait, can you not destroy the gun turrets in this one? Okay, it took it out.
yeah, it's just it's legendary.
I just wanted to get that elite kept jumping out of it, and I just wanted to get rid of it so he would stop.
But
Yeah, I mean that was great that Poe failed twice. Like, it makes sense that Laura Dern wouldn't tell him her plan. He got demoted. He got most of the fleet killed. Like, why would she trust him? Only the closest people knew about her plan. The people that were also mutineered against.
Advancing behind the turrets, left side.
Again, they didn't know Carrie Fisher was going to pass away, which sucks. I
Yeah.
think if they had known and
Oh.
edited it, I think what they would have done is probably had Leia do what Laura Dern did, and bring back Dern as the general.
what'd you think of? I mean, I think the internet hates Leia's like Force like savior thing. Watch it. Rey's shooting at you.
Honestly, I was okay with it. My problem was it looked cheesy effects-wise.
Okay, I agreed. Like
People can live
Like, especially-
people can live in space for a few minutes. Not only that, but this is already fantasy Star Wars, unbelievable Force shit, especially in the old books. I think that people would have less of an issue with it if it didn't look as cheesy special effects wise.
Yeah, it didn't look actually like that. There only like that was like one example. I thought the effects didn't look good. It was that, and at the very end of the film, when Rey moves the rocks, all of rocks floating, I thought the rocks looked pretty bad. But
Yeah,
other
they
than that,
didn't
I
look
thought
great.
the effect. Yeah, outside that, I thought the effects for the movie were like fantastic. Those
Weirdly
were my
enough-
only two like kind of like.
The effects didn't look great for
Like-
the rocks, but when they all fell, the physics on them looked really good. Like they all bounced correctly.
I didn't pay attention. I didn't notice a bit to it, but.
I was like, I hate when things that they're animating look
Don't.
weightless, like in a video game. Like they don't have any like oomph to them, like it should.
Covenant fleet is approaching
So I was
the
paying
Alpha
attention to that. I'm like, that
Council
looked good.
Stand by, Marquis. We'll get to the
Like they all like
orbit
landed and bounced off each other correctly. Oh yeah, regarding the Leia thing again, I think one, everyone was jarred because they're like, she could use the Force.
She's a Skywalker, of course. She's
Exactly.
Like, you know.
But I think people are just jarred
I mean,
because
she-
that's the first example of it. Like, honestly, it doesn't even seem like she could consciously use it. Probably like Luke, her body she probably just did it out of instinct to survive. Because that's what she's
Exactly.
always been, like a survivor. No matter what, like she was captured in the Death Star and she stood up against interrogation. She talked shit to Vader. She aided in her own escape and just grabbed the blaster and started going to town on stormtroopers. She was she's the princess and the general and all that, but like in Jedi, she was outright just a resistance fighter down there with the ground troops, getting her hands dirty. So it just, my only problem was it looked cheesy, but I could completely see her just like instinctively using the Force to save her life.
Yeah, like even in the old canon, like granted, like she actually became a Jedi, but still, like
In
even
Legends,
before
yeah.
that moment, yeah, even before then, she had some mild connection, you know, to the Force. Hell, they even show like in Return of the Jedi, she felt Luke survived and everything. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
and she felt Han die too, you know, so it's like not unheard of.
Standing by.
Oh yeah, she did. Which is really interesting, since he's not a
There's
Force
one sword
user.
saying he
Maybe
wields
because he
that.
was near Ben, or because they were so bonded.
Yeah, one or the other probably.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, what I really
Um,
liked is, what's her face?
Get in there, now!
Rey switching between Ben and Kylo, depending on how she felt about him. Whether she felt she could turn him, or like whether he was like, no, oh my God,
Sorry.
sorry, shooting you is fine.
But oh, that's the other thing. Like, what it? This movie felt like a mix of Empire with Jedi,
I can 100% see that. Yeah.
and so like, I was okay with Snoke being killed. Like, I wasn't like upset like as like it seems like everyone else is. Like again, like I want to know like, you know, like how like not like a whole like, you know,
There's
huge
gonna be
exposition, but
just like Thrawn and Palpatine. There's gonna be a book just called Snoke.
and it's just like because what I think is interesting, which in a way is just like to some extent it does rub me the wrong way. It's like, okay, we've been speculating for 2 years because especially since Disney was like, oh yeah, he's been around since the prequel days, so like he's been like he knows what's going on. It's like okay, I want to know like.
Oh, I'm shooting our own
You
guy
know.
in there. Yeah.
So it's like I want to know how does like he's not necessarily a Sith, but he knows the Force clearly. But you know, I want to know. So, but I was still okay with Kylo murdering him because again, like
The Sith,
Let's
the
not
rule of two.
repeat.
I mean, not necessarily even the rule of two, but like, like you surpass the master and kill him. That's what I was
But
saying.
not only that-
He pulled a Darth Sidious, killing Darth Plagueis. He didn't learn all his stuff. He killed him in his sleep. He killed him in a dirty way instead of a one-on-one when he actually mastered all the skills he was supposed to have.
and not only that, like Snoke would have been like the Emperor essentially in the next movie, so you would kill him there. So like, let's not do that. Let's do it now. But not only that,
It made
It's-
honestly in that way it made it a more personal story than the big bad because now Kylo is there, and
You
like
know, but
what
I
you
was saying
thought
we-
was the big manipulator is dead.
you know what? You touched upon it, like again, like the rule of two, like kind of like what Sidious did to Plagueis. But you know what I thought of? That he did something his grandfather never could. He could, like, Vader could never have overthrown Palpatine. You know, in the armor.
He made he would have tried if he had got Luke to be his apprentice. We don't know if he would have succeeded. If he had trained Luke in secret, maybe.
And so, like, yeah, like, here, like, to me, like, when he did that, it was kind of like, I'm doing something my grandfather never could. Like, I will, you know, do what he couldn't, essentially. You know, and so, like, that's what I thought of immediately.
Is this a bad guy? No. Hey, we got the achievement.
And, yeah, in your face game.
Can we
And
get
so,
out of the
like,
mantises?
I think you need to come up by me.
Oh, okay, it's over.
And so it's just like, I did enjoy that. There's like, Kylo, like, just becoming master, or, you
Also,
know,
that was really
becoming
cool.
leader
He
now.
wasn't lying. Sidious, or, Snoke fell the same way most Siths do. Arrogance and hubris. He thought that he had Kylo on a leash like Vader to Palpatine. He thought that he was never going to betray him, that he had full control and power, and thought he could see everything. And Kylo tricked
you know what?
him by thinking, but he was thinking all the things Snoke was saying.
But it was misdirected. Like, Snoke thought he was going towards Rey, but in fact it was going towards Snoke.
Yeah, so Kylo's clever, and he's
Spartan James
actually conflicted.
UNSC. Captain Lasky
I don't know why people bitch so much about him. I think he's a pretty good villain. Like, everyone wants Darth Vader,
Out of the shadows.
but then I
Yeah,
think
but you know what
if,
the
if everyone just remade Darth Vader, I think people would be bitching about that.
Yeah, but you know what I think is interesting? Like,
I know who you
I thought Kylo, like, before Kylo destroyed his helmet,
You were an idiot when you
I thought he looked more like Vader
executed me.
than he did in the last film.
I saved your life today.
Like, I got a much stronger
now
Vader
you hunt
vibe on him
another
this time around.
The greatest of your class.
Like, when he had his helmet on and everything, like,
He's trying to grow up into his grandpa.
Let him hunt.
and then, what else happened in this movie?
Let's see. Let's talk about the casino camp
She touched every
planet
network
briefly.
device in the camp. She knows the Guardian is here.
Lock. That thing's our last shot.
You
BB-8
have the firepower to get us in there.
killed
Oh,
hundreds of some
BB-8?
coins.
As the Covenant's final stronghold
Dude,
on
BB,
Sanguinius.
like, I love, like, like, BB-8 is just so fucking great. I love, like, especially in the beginning of the movie, when, like, he's trying to get Poe's system back online. It's just so funny, like how, it's just like, he keeps trying to plug the hole with, like, different arms, and eventually he's like, I'll just use my head.
He ran out of arms. He was sacrificing himself for Poe. I think that was also showing.
And then he was piloting an not an Imperial Walker, what are, like, I don't know what they're called.
The ATST,
Okay, yeah, I'm like, that was awesome.
the chicken walkers.
Yes, here.
Lock.
That's what I was gonna say too. He was legit killing people on that,
I am reluctant to discuss it over open channels.
which was pretty funny.
Understood, Doctor.
Has R2 ever actively killed anybody? I know that he killed a bunch of droids in Episode 3 in the hangar.
Yeah, I don't think R2's actively killed anyone.
Over here, Osiris.
BB-8's a straight up
Locate the
gangster.
means to activate the Guardian.
You have some.
Like, I love BB-8.
This is a constructor.
Um,
A Forerunner tool I can use to interface.
And
with
what
the
else?
Guardian.
What else?
Constructors.
So they're on the
ubiquitous
casino
in
planet. They ride the weird donkey things. They run into that little kid who has the resistance ring.
Palmer has the coordinates.
Oh,
of
okay.
such station.
Yeah, okay.
Finding a
I have a
constructor
point here, but go ahead.
they've made.
No, I just wanted to list a couple things that happened. What's your point?
Oh. And that's what I said, like, okay, this is what I told my girlfriend at the end of the movie. Like, this movie felt like the end to a trilogy because how the movie ends with that kid, I'm like, that felt like a final shot at the end of a trilogy, not the middle chapter. So, like,
That's the final
Okay,
shot
so
at
that
the end
kid
of a
has-
trilogy when you want to keep people dangling for years, like the end shot in Halo 3.
exactly. So, I don't understand why they left that
No.
shot in. And-
No, that was totally to show that Rey's gonna make a new generation of young Jedi. She's gonna
But
have a
I
bunch of
got that feeling-
Padawans.
I got the feeling from that, from like Luke's statement. So like to me, I'm like, I didn't need to see that shot. But I guess you're right. Of like people.
I think it's also
like,
showing that there are other well, it's called The Last Jedi, and technically Rey, quote-unquote, would be the last Jedi now that Luke died. I think they're trying to show, hey, there's more Force users out here, and Rey could find them. Like, there might be a small time jump, like, between
The Master Chief
Empire
worked
and
with
Jedi.
Cortana for a
Like, where
while,
Luke's
right?
been better trained and he has a new lightsaber and everything.
Considered her a close friend.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And he's going through his goth phase.
Anthropomorphize an AI
What if
so
Rey has a bunch
His
of
goth
little,
phase.
early teen
Padawans.
proteges? Yeah, because she has
When
the...
you are Osiris.
She has the books. Did you notice that too? That she had the books on the Falcon at the end that she took from the tree.
Oh, I heard someone say that, but like she like
When
like
when
but she
Finn
didn't-
opens the
but we didn't
drawer,
see her take them.
we did not see her take them on screen. But when Finn opens it to take care of Rose, you see the books in there, which comes back to Yoda's line. There's nothing in that tree which he does not already possess. Which is why
Oh,
Yoda
so
blew
that-
up. Which
so
is
that-
why Yoda blew up the tree anyway.
Halsey's
There was nothing
constructors
important in
in
there
a Forerunner
anymore.
facility
He was just
north
fucking with Luke again.
Cubbies have a Kraken parked between you and
And that's why
Light.
Luke says,
Arbiter's
like,
people
more
are
so
set to
that
hit the Kraken from
that
the
he's
air
not the
while you
last
handle
Jedi
ground
because she
support.
has the books.
He doesn't know that she has him though, unless Yoda told
Oh,
him.
I
sometime.
assumed.
But I don't think it doesn't seem like Yoda told him because Luke tried to run in to save the books, and another explosion happened.
Good luck out there, Spartan.
So Yoda's just been fucking with poor Luke for 40 years.
Oh, but you know what? I did like that you brought Yoda back. Like, you could have easily brought Obi-Wan or whatever, like, but I like that you did Yoda, because you know what? Because we just finished the prequels right now. Like, we were unable to finish this, like, the entire saga prior to Last Jedi. So we just finished the prequels. And you know what? It's so poetic that it's Yoda that comes to Luke, because Yoda failed. Yoda failed in the prequel trilogy. The Jedi Order failed under his watch. You know, so it's like, who better to tell Luke about failure, that failure is the greatest teacher, than Yoda?
Yeah, just like when he was trying to get Luke to raise the X-wing.
And everything. It was like, I'm like, that's very poetic that it's Yoda to come to Luke and tell him that.
Oh, also that was interesting when Rey fell in the dark hole there,
Copy that.
and you expect kind of like the Force Cave on Dagobah with Yoda, where he had to face Vader,
Uh-huh.
and she wants to know who her parents are, and then
Friendlies in the air, Osiris.
it's no one.
Focus
She's
fire
looking
on
for
ground
who she
forces.
needs or to depend on, and it's just herself.
Kraken's
Oh,
on the
and
move.
So I think the cave
And I
was
get-
showing her correctly.
And speaking of that scene too, I also think that again Rey is gonna train a different kind of Jedi. Like again, like kind of like I think she's gonna redo the Order as like Grey Jedi, because she went into the darkness willingly, but was not like consumed
by it.
or she was using the dark, you know, to get what she like. I guess.
So wait, this is a
needed.
Reaper, right?
You're clear to advance on the constructor's coordinates.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
And so like she was using it to get like what she needed, kind of like what Qui-Gon would do. Like Qui-Gon was like, he would muck the line. You know, Qui-Gon was basically like a pre-Grey Jedi in a way. Like he would, you
like
know,
when he fudged the dice for Anakin's sake.
exactly like.
Arbiter's taking that thing on in
What's the wrong
Banshees?
button?
That's brave.
But then like to me it was amazing that Luke was like, oh my god, like he's like, you didn't even hesitate going in. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I was kind of surprised that he was that taken back.
I think because he was
using
still
the dark
scared of
side.
Kylo after everything happened.
Yeah, I guess. Like, that is a good point.
Also, you know what? I'm actually kind of glad that, if it's true, and I hope it is, that Rey's parents are no one. Like that little kid who's on the planet. Because people were trying to speculate for 2 years who her parents were, but literally every single comment chain devolved into, oh, well, it's obviously Luke's daughter. Oh my god, that would be too obvious and too much of a cliche if it was Luke. Well, obviously, she's Ben's brother. No, that would be too obvious. Literally every single thing that they could have possibly done with it, everyone would have been like, oh, I knew it, I saw it coming, that sucks. Like, why did they choose that? It was
And I
obvious that was gonna happen, and this subverted everyone's expectation. And she's just a junker who happened to be attuned with the Force.
And like I can see that, but at the same token, it's just like, to me, it's like one of those things from like the old Legends canon. Like it seemed like they were just like they were using it as the baseline, but like tweaking it. So like it would have been
which
like
is what they do with most Marvel films, like Civil War. Like they
Yeah,
keep
it's
the same basic premise, but they change just a little bit so it subverts expectations for comic fans who do go to see it. Like what they did with Iron Man 3 and
Yeah,
The
good point.
Mandalorian, or how they didn't kill off Cap in Civil War.
But like I mean like that's just saying like again like I'd be lying if I would I would
No
be
worries, Locke, I got
perfectly
you.
happy if you said Rey was either Luke's daughter or
No,
Kylo's.
I would have liked it too, but general audiences would have bitched even more. Not that it matters, because they're already bitching no matter which option you choose. Which to me means that if I were the director, I'd just be like, you know what, I'm gonna make the story that I want, what I want, because
And it's just
whatever I
like-
do is gonna piss them off anyway.
That's how I feel like with DC. It's just like no matter what DC does,
Ugh.
it's just gonna piss off everyone. But
I think
wish
people
I
were
had a
more
grenade.
mad at like the special effects and stuff, because that went through development hell, multiple directors, writers, and then they just reshot a
Oh,
lot, so they didn't have time to do CG. I don't think it's necessarily the
Oh,
story
no, like-
stuff that I've seen complain
Oh no,
about.
like what the bloody
I keep spawning down here, and you guys are up here. I have to run up here and regather all my shit every time.
But no, I was gonna say like in DC stuff, it's like Batman v Superman essentially. Like they did something different, but like everyone hates them for it. You know, like subvert expectations.
Honestly, like one, I'm fine with Batman killing.
He does it. He
I-
does it.
I-
Nolan too.
I not intentionally. I think that it's just like in a lot of superhero movies, stuff blows up and you kind of just assume nobody dies unless you see a body. Like the Chitauri in Avengers 1, they probably killed like 1,000 people, but we don't actually see a bunch of deaths on screen. So I think because the whole point in Nolan's Batman is that he doesn't kill, which is why the Joker's trying to get him to do it. So I think that, yeah, it's a comic movie, but we're just supposed to assume those people walked away with injury. Oh, like in the Arkham games. Like when
Yeah.
you break all of somebody's bones, they're just literally assumed alive when you do it. I think the difference, and again, I'm not complaining about Batman dying or killing people. I think the problem was like a lot of weird story choices in that. Like Batman does the big car chase at the scene. Superman sees all that, flies in, yells at Batman, and just lets a bunch of weird
yeah.
criminals drive away. And he's not like, hey, what's that about, by the way? Or like the whole not bringing up the Martha thing a little bit sooner, like really, really, really not letting them talk at all. Like, yeah, Batman was willing to like, not willing to like listen at first. But you think Superman would just use his superpowers and big booming voice and like fly out of his range and be like, help me save my mom, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just like at the same token that like if you do that, then it's like no movie essentially. But like, yeah, I do like.
Of course not. But they could have found a better way to make it happen. I think that's why I'm saying like it's a writing issue, not like this plot could never happen issue, because it happens in the comics a lot when they fight and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do want to see The Last Jedi at least one more time before it leaves theaters.
Yeah.
Because
Why is the shield not going down? Destroy. Okay, really? I feel like 2 grenades at it. Yeah, we definitely want to see it again. Like, you know what? Perfect example of like I didn't know how I felt when
these boxes
the
are
movie
falling
ended.
into the ground. Yeah.
You know, and after the next day, like we hung out again, or you know whatever. And you know, I told her, I'm like, you know what I feel like? I feel like this was like the Red Wedding. I needed a day to process what I saw, and be like,
No,
okay.
at the
Like,
end I enjoyed
the
it, but
shot-
when I read some discussion on it and like, I'm like, oh wait, actually, yeah, this is this character's motivations. Like, it made more sense. How many boxes are there on your screen, by the way? There.
Two.
Okay, there were 4, but I was punching them and they fell into the ground.
It's irreplaceable. And the
So
Covenant
you
are willing
punched
to
them out of
sacrifice it
existence?
to their ambitions.
Speaking of ambition,
Do you think I can do that with anything?
You have a
you're
real.
gonna come to us.
Wait,
Gotta get
you have a really. You actually. Wait, stay. Wait. Switch back to your needler. That's pretty cool. Like you're lit up because like you're in darkness, but you're lit up because of the needler. Because of
This
the pink. It's awesome. That's
The
That's actually pretty
lights
cool.
up my life.
yeah, like
Oh, although you know what I am still
How
kind of
about
pissed
this?
about. I mean, I enjoyed this movie for the most part, but Captain Phasma still went out like a bitch.
oh yes, like she like Captain like it's the same like everyone has a hard on for Boba Fett. But Boba
Are
Fett was
they-
useless in the original trilogy too.
Yeah, are they intentionally doing that too and making her useless? Because Finn took her out in less than 5 minutes, and then kicked her ass into a fire pit.
And do we really think she's dead?
I don't know. I'm very conflicted. They very purposely showed that her armor was compromised and also dropped her into a very big ball of fire. So, like, is she just running around in a superheated fireball looking for a ship to escape? Because what
And
if
not only
they,
that,
because
like-
they could bring her back disfigured, like a Vader or like a Grievous type character. But she also
not only
hasn't
that,
been a
like-
big threat this far anyway, so who cares?
No, exactly. But you like even if they like again, if you like to argue to say she does come back, like her armor itself like deflects laser blast. So like that armor is like much tougher than.
No,
like a
I
stormtrooper.
agree, and they only established that once so far. Rose shot
Yes.
her with a tiny pistol and deflected off. I mean, I really think that they should have shown how cool that armor was because no one knows her armor deflected unless you read it up online or like in the Entertainment Weekly or whatever. Until they showed this, it would have been cool to see somebody unloading and all the shots just peeing off in random directions. Before,
Yeah,
like,
but I
like
agreed.
because normally you don't just get up and just fire once. You just go boom 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 boom. Oh, it doesn't work. Let me hide. Like it would have been a cool visual, and it would have been cool to definitely establish that that armor is intentionally
and
built
you
to
have such
deflect
a-
blasts.
And you have such a great actress. You have Brienne of Tarth. Like how can you not make Phasma a badass?
I know, and she's been in Game of Thrones since late season 1 or early season 2 when they introduced her. Actually, yeah, early season 2. So that's why I'm like, why didn't they utilize the actress a little more? So I guess she's probably gonna get book stuff too because Disney's really on game with the books. Hopefully they don't suffer Marvel-itis and just kill off everyone. I guess the original trilogy had like 6 good years that people killed off and then 30 years of stories in between.
Yeah.
Are all these grunts? All these grunts are holding grenades! Grenade spawn, no!
We lost lock.
What the hell?
Did you die?
Yeah, someone killed me.
And it one shot killed you too because you're dead. What does your respawn time say at the bottom? Oh, I don't think you can see it because of the thing.
Yeah. I think there's an I think there's an achievement in here like when we take out the we have to take out the Reaper, we can't destroy I think the turrets on it, and then like whoever destroys it, basically, you know, like our play with the Scarab, we have to do the same thing. Someone has to like jump on a plane carrying the other person.
I wonder if they saw people doing that with the Scarab and they're like, we could turn this into an achievement.
They saw us do it, and I demand royalties.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much how we always did it. I guess I never even considered you should do it another way. Like, I guess you're probably supposed to shoot the legs like the first one, or like ditch it, but it's so much more fun in co-op when you can have a pickup drop-off.
Exactly.
Hey, will you do me a favor and upload these to your YouTube before they disappear off your Twitch, by the way? I want to
Oh,
see
they
if I
are
could-
on my YouTube.
Okay, I was gonna say I want to see if I could download them again, because maybe we're running at the same frame rate this time. I don't know why it was glitched
Yeah,
out last time.
Yeah, I've uploaded or export them, whatever you want to call it, to YouTube like almost immediately once we get done.
Yeah, because I tried grabbing them from Twitch, but it was not working. It was grabbing them as a weird file type. Actually, I
That's
don't think it was. I
interesting.
think it was a weird file type. It was just something that for some reason Premiere Pro was not recognizing. Yeah. So, Leia space scene, acceptable. Special effects, weird. Very sad. We lost Akbar.
Yeah, that was kind of like a casual like, yeah, we lost Admiral Akbar. I'm like, no.
Wait, why am I teleporting around? I just teleported twice. Okay.
There's another shield in the way.
Yeah, very sad that it was off screen. I did not pull the trigger, so I do not know why he turned and saw you.
Yeah, me neither. But like, yeah, that's like, oh, like that sucks. We lost Akbar.
So one, they could have had Leia do the slip space scene, and then kept Dern on as general because Dern is still alive. Like as a human being. Or they could have had Akbar do that scene to give him a big send off after the OT.
Yeah.
Although, can I just say that that scene with the lightspeed is one of the coolest in the entire series.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just the lack of sound, the visual on it.
We were talking about this, and we were saying, like, we were both saying it's very cold, and at first I was like, it's very unlike Star Wars to do something like that, but then, again, we just finished the prequels, and we got through Episode 2, and those, like, sonar,
The pulse bombs that Jango drops.
Exactly, I'm like, oh, yep, Star Wars has done it before, not unusual.
Wait, I mean, what? That's not the same thing?
Well,
Unless you mean
I mean, similar, like,
what do you-
where, like, the sound cuts out, then you hear, like, that boom.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about... A lot of people were like, why don't they just make lightspeed missiles? And I was like, I don't know, just like in real life. Why aren't all of your bombs
Armor
nukes,
stalled
dude?
out.
Like...
We need to get off this platform. We're getting sniped. Correction, I just need to get off. You're all dead.
I'm dead, so I'm in the kitchen just eating mouthfuls of spaghetti. Did you get one of the collector's cups when you went? I got the one with BB-8 on it.
No, I got nothing.
Oh, it can't. I got the reusable plastic cup that I could take home with me.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, can you see my screen or see what I'm looking at here?
I'm back alive, so give me a sec.
Doesn't this look like the conduit from Mass Effect?
Yeah, but it also looks like the thing on the Prophet's chair.
Yeah.
From
Similar.
like Halo 2 and 3.
I was getting a Mass Effect vibe out of it.
Well, that's why we are fighting a Reaper.
God, jackals are so annoying in this game.
Hey, there's some ghosts in the caves by the statues.
Good call, Buck.
Oh no, ghosts are scary. Oh, these ghosts. They're still scary. I made a bad decision. This is legendary.
Wait, what?
I took the ghost out in the open and died.
I have like no ammo.
You are the only one up, just a warning.
Here.
Follow your map to the depths, Run.
The fight with the Praetorian Guards was really cool, though.
Hit on that grunt.
Like, after 8 movies, we finally get to see them fight.
Yeah, and that was a really cool team up between Rey and Kylo.
That's a hit.
Because they
A
weren't
little
even
short.
on the side. They like did it for survival.
Another grunt down.
It was a short little team up, but it was still nice. Ow.
Them working together. Actually, maybe in one of the animated ones. Oh, come on.
One less heretic.
What the fuck did he shoot me with? Oh, a shotgun? Wait, no, what is that even?
It's that plasma caster. Like he like
Okay.
one shot knocked me out.
I was gonna say, they all just look like
Bullshit.
purple beetles. Okay, I'm not gonna step out into the open this time.
She like there was I was gonna be careful with the ghost, but as soon as I stepped out, there's like this battalion to our left that
Must have
wasn't
seen their
there.
buddies getting their asses kicked and
Pretty
decided
much
to
what I
kick
just
some
ran into
too.
when I stepped outside. Just you and me now, Vale. Living life on the edge. We're gonna be hitting the rails.
Tanaka's out. Regroup and hold.
I hope my body is treated this way when I die. Beaten up by a giant man in armor.
All right, now where are we at?
Whoa, I've never used this gun before. I actually don't even know what it does.
You can shoot like single shots, but if you charge it, it becomes like a sticky.
Oh, and it falls, apparently. Man, whatever. Screw this gun. Give me good old American bullets.
Taking turret fire.
There's gotta be a way we can flank.
I took out the turret.
Takes more
Well, I
than
mean,
that
yeah,
to
we
drop
can go
an
in
ODST.
through this little side door here. It's not flanking by much, but we're kind of underneath them.
I killed the elite, so he's the least of our problems now.
Well, since he's dead, I hope
Fuck.
he's not a problem at all. Unless he comes back as
I
an
just
elite
got
zombie.
sniped.
Well, that's not going to make me want to step out and save you.
Oh, don't,
Lost
run
Vale.
suicide.
Hold position.
Don't.
Crawl over to me. Crawl over to me.
I can't. This isn't Gears of War.
Locks out. Hold your position.
I don't want to die.
That fucking jackal sniper that's doing us in.
Okay, I'm going to go run out there and I'm going to beat him to death like this with my needler. I'm going to wait till you guys come back to life, just so we don't have to go back to the checkpoint.
Agreed. Yeah. Again, I would still like to see Last Jedi again. Now that I've had time to process to really appreciate it now.
Yeah, the weakest part was Finn Rose, but I mean, it was really Rose's sister at the beginning was really cool. I didn't know that if she had remained in, it would have been cool.
I'm back.
Oh, I do have a complaint that I feel is valid right now.
The what now?
Actually, I don't know. It's semi-valid. at the end, Rose knocks Finn out of the way. So she dooms the rebellion to save Finn, which I don't understand.
Follow your masters into death, front.
Oh yeah, because then she says she's like, oh, we have to fight for the ones we love. Like,
Yeah, we don't kill the ones we hate, we fight for the ones we love. Whatever, but okay, so now it's just gonna shoot through the door. What was your goal there, man?
fucking sniper.
I don't see him, but he's just taking out all of us. Is he down in the hole?
No, he's up high. I'm trying to figure out a way to like get us out of here.
So yeah, I don't know why she did that. Also, like, she didn't know she wasn't gonna kill him like that. Also, they were like a couple miles out. It took them forever to drive out there, dude. So did Finn drag her all the way back, like, past Kylo and Luke?
Oh yeah.
Just like in the background, dragging an unconscious Rose.
I'm on the other side of the shield.
Nice work, Osiris. Move inside.
I'm heading into the temple. Regroup inside, Osiris.
I should be able to warp you now. I managed to run past it.
Dead end. Commander Palmer, you sure we're headed the right way?
Oh,
Affirmative. That's the only way through.
I ran around the
Maybe there's a
corner
hidden
and got...
mechanism.
I don't
Door
think the
lock.
grunts did it. I think there was an elite behind them.
Something's happening.
Hey, I respawned further up. Vale, help me.
It worked. Dr. Halsey's coordinates are just through that door.
Move, Osiris.
Heavenly music.
Made it.
So yeah, I thought that part was really weird logistically. Hey, there's a little elite statue here. It's kind of cute.
I know, it's like something from like Indiana Jones.
Defiling their
Heads up. The Kraken's
sacred
still in play.
statues.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at the achievements before we do this next part.
Go for it. I've got 7 bullets because I've been shooting the statue.
Okay. Escape the Doom Kraken by jumping onto a Phaeton piloted by a Spartan.
Why?
That was the wrong button. I meant to zoom.
Is it a spider? Hey, you gave me my ammo back. I thank you for this.
Here. Alright, so we can't destroy the turrets on the Kraken. And then, again, we have to do our playbook from Halo 3 that someone needs to jump on a Phaeton when
What
it's
the fuck
exploding.
is a Phaeton?
This.
Arbiter to all wings. The Kraken retreats.
Oh my
Press your
god.
attack.
That doesn't look like a retreat.
Let's help Arbiter finish.
So is that a one-seating thing? A one-seated vehicle?
Yeah.
So it's not like the Hornet, so we physically have to jump onto a flying vehicle. Okay,
Pretty much.
great.
Arbiter, we are airborne and forerunner Phaeton.
Excellent. Bring fire upon the Covenant Spartans.
Spartans,
Wait,
I appreciate
how do I-
the bravery,
how do I
but
go
what's the
higher up?
plan? Kraken's too
If you're on
far
recon,
down.
right
Best bet's
bumper.
Get inside, destroy the generator.
Whoa, there we go. Okay.
You have enough turrets and we just have to get inside somehow.
Don't destroy the turrets? Okay. What if our AI does?
I don't know about that.
Yep, they're shooting the turrets, dude.
Oh well.
Oh, I'm dead. Also, I died in the fetus position. Well, there goes Buck's corpse. Down into the abyss. So when we destroy it, do we have to jump on or jump on like this? Because I'll just ride your device over there.
You just have to jump on my device.
Like escaping?
Yeah.
Focus fire on the deck. Clear some space and we can land on the Kraken.
Roll out.
Alright, so let me jump on here.
I don't know how well you're gonna stay on here.
Me neither. I don't know how I'm going to escape on here. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. give me
I'll try
one
not to
sec.
boost.
I only have to escape on it, right?
Yeah, you just have to jump on top of me.
Yeah, then I'll
I think it, I wish I could zoom. I can't tell where there's an opening.
I mean, can't I just land anywhere on it?
I was trying to make it easier than the main platform where they're shooting turrets at you, but
I could land on the very top of it, maybe. What's up here? Nothing.
I didn't know you can go that high.
Oh no! I'm leaving the boundaries. There's a Banshee. There's Banshees over here still. How are you shooting that ball of energy?
This one?
I don't know. You were shooting normal bullets, and then you fired a ball. Yeah, those.
Oh. Press Y to switch to missiles.
Oh.
Get on board the Kraken. Only way to get a shot at the pulse generator.
Let's take that thing down.
I mean, I don't know if it's safe if we should just destroy them anyway, because I think one of our dudes destroyed a turret. And we're just making it harder on ourselves by not destroying it.
Yeah, again, it is legendary.
Wait, can we do it on any difficulty? Or does it have to be done on legendary?
It can be done at any difficulty, but I figured
Son
since
of a
we're
bee.
here.
No, I know. I understand. I can't even exit it before all the turrets wreck me. Like I'm just trying to jump out of it as I get in there.
Armor stalled out.
I wonder if we could kill the grunts without killing the turrets. Easily, I mean. Oh, that grunt's back in there. He's looking at you, man. That turret is dead. that jet has seen better
Land on the
days.
Kraken now.
That it has.
I'm on board the Kraken.
Generator will be in the bottom. Find a path.
Son of a bitch. Oh, there are other places to land. I did not realize that. You can land on the bottom. Did you know that, or were you just letting me die?
What do you mean?
Look, on the legs, there's hole. There, it looks like there's doorways by the legs, on each leg.
Oh.
It looks like it looks like you can land at the bottom and fight your way up, out of the way of the turrets. Yep. Oh, there's monsters in here. I got this. I got this.
There should be like a main, like.
There's a big glowy blue orb in here.
Hold on. Oh, let me get a new Phaeton because this one's seen better days.
Found the generator.
Hit her with a few rounds, then get the hell out of there.
Pulse generator's taking a beating.
I thought there was like a main bay that I could see that could make you getting out much easier.
You might want to land where I landed my Phaeton because I'm about to destroy this thing.
I'm right where you parked.
Did I destroy it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you destroyed it.
I don't know. I got a checkpoint, so I assumed I did. Let me go shoot it again. Purple. Okay, no, I guess I didn't destroy it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Generator
yep,
destroyed.
that'll do
Get
it.
the hell out of there. Kraken's going down.
No! We definitely did not get that because of the, we destroyed the turrets. Oh no!
Why am I stuck on it?
Goodbye!
Victory! Well done, Spartan.
Damn, Cyrus, that is
The
beautiful
armor is
work.
like, well done,
Kraken's
Spartan.
down.
Oh,
Time to grab
Buck
that
is falling to his
constructor.
death.
All
What are you
coordinates
doing?
inside that 4-hour site.
We didn't get the achievement for some odd reason.
Because the turrets were destroyed.
No, hold on. Escape the Doom Kraken by jumping onto a Phaeton piloted by a Spartan.
Oh, okay. I thought they were. Oh, they're two separate achievements.
They're two separate achievements, but I was trying to get him. Oh, well.
Yeah. Generator destroyed.
Get the hell out of there.
I guess maybe because I fell off. Here,
Maybe jump on.
you're too far. Okay, I forgot that I could. Oh well. No.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
I'm mobile. Let's
No, this is hard, dude. That vehicle is the stupidest fucking shape. Kill
Go,
yourself.
come on, where are you?
Kill yourself. I died.
Okay.
Kill yourself. This is when I go online and tell people to kill themselves.
Victory! Well
It
done.
looks like your Spartan is
That
just
is beautiful work.
insane.
Kraken's down. Time to grab that constructor.
Alright, hold on. Don't destroy it again really quick.
Can I destroy it yet?
Oh, I'm texting your girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I'll be looking at this giant purple blob.
I think everything came full circle. She was sick, then, you know, spend, you know, night with her. I get sick, and then, now she caught back the cold she gave me.
Oh my god, her body should have been resistant to it. You should stop dating her. Clearly, her antibodies are not up to par.
I'm thinking tomorrow we should just probably not, like, spend the night together.
Well, Lady Blooper is sick right now, so that means I'm going to be sick in about a week, and I am dreading it
Get the hell
already.
out of there! Kraken's going down!
No, you're going too
Oh my-
fast!
No,
No, I got it.
Now we get it. That made no sense.
I guess it actually had to do the exploding animation. Maybe it didn't do that the first time?
No.
Oh, hey, look, something is happening, but I missed it because I was a corpse.
Bro.
Well done, Spud.
Damn, Osiris, that is
If only
painful.
Reapers were that easy to kill.
Kraken's down. Time to
I
find
know.
that constructor. Halsey's coordinates are inside that
All right.
site.
Take this one.
Let's try and shoot Tanaka. Alright, where to? Oh. Through the conduit. There's no time, Shepard.
Constructor should be right inside the Forerunner site.
Yes, open up to accept me.
Osiris,
How come mine disappeared?
You're not special.
Oh, yours did too. Good.
All right. Where's this constructor we're after?
search the area.
Something woke up.
It's a map of this region. See, that's the Guardian there. Not sure what it's connected to.
Hey, little guy. We got work for you. I think they're mad we're stealing their constructor.
Clear the area.
Ouchie.
Oh, I guess my own grenade was hurting me because they're just hovering there for so long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That'll hurt you.
Oof.
Hit hard. I'm down.
Tanaka,
Armor's
help me.
jammed.
I did your taxes.
Steady and ready. Thanks. Need some help here. Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
We have the constructor. Ready for extraction.
Nice work, Spartans.
Do we? Where? What is it? Looks like it's just a bunch of blue lights and metal.
Away, Spartans.
I'm a future Spartan. You think I could hold more than 20 bullets in my pocket?
You think so?
Achievement unlocked. Breakthrough. Complete mission 10. Are we close enough to the end of the game that you want to continue? Or do you want to pause it here and then finish it up next time?
We can finish it next time.
I have Halo 5 for 7 more days approximately.
There goes the construction.
Well, I have the next 3 days off,
When it
so.
activates the Guardian,
But if we really need to play after that, I mean, I'll keep Games Pass for another month or two because it's $10 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a 3-day weekend. Then I work for 3 days, then have another 3-day weekend. So it works out well for me.
I work until I die, presumably. Oh no! Sir, what do we do? The Spartans are hurling themselves off cliffs.
All hope is lost.
Truly, this is the end times. Oh my god. So dumb. Thanks for hanging out, nerds. This has been Sir Blooper with the Brain Spawn for Halo 5 Co-op. We will finish this again. I'm glad that we got to yell about Star Wars all night.
Agreed.
My throat hurts. I was so angry and impassionate.